Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. A little midday money on a Friday. Football Friday? Do we call it a Football Friday with some bowl action? I don't know what we call it. We just call it a regular day here in the sports betting world. Like, subscribe, ring the bell if you're watching live here on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're checking out the Winner Free Pick Show, Midday Money. A link is thrown out in the chat because Believe's got us covered. I got to say this every day, right? We're on Apple, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio. Now we just need some listeners to find out that I'm actually on the air because everybody comes in and watches the live show, which I appreciate. So be sure to leave a comment, even if it's after the fact. Or try to get in during the show and we can talk about your picks. Why wouldn't we? Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. In case you're in the Twitter universe, you give me a follow. The free picks that are rolling across the screen as we chat are posted on there. And we'll get to them in a minute. We'll do a little recap, and then I got a little rant, and then we'll get into today's picks. But let's get to that, and we'll talk to Tim about his trip and his special picture on ESPN. We'll get into that. And of course, there's NBA. We'll get a lot covered today. So let's get going here. Recapping yesterday, and I know, 1-3 in our college hoops, not good. We want to win every day. 72-60 plus 255. College football draws a donut. We couldn't get a thing there. It happens. We're still plus 2015. NFL, though, we did cash 1-0 there. Dallas first half over in that game against Tennessee. Minus 610 in the video, 45-44. Premiums, not a good day for me. I go 2-7 on college basketball. And of course, Dallas NFL winner there, NFL super, bet 65%. But that's the recap. And before I get into today's picks, I just want to jump into like a little bit of not a college basketball rant, but I saw, I don't know if it wasn't directed at me. It was just someone's talking about, that's a little egotistical of me thinking somebody's like chatting about me. But it was just someone talking about like streaks and betting. It was one of the bigger, quote unquote, bigger named, whatever, real, verified media kind of person. And they're just talking about betting and like streaks and trends. And again, I just, for me, it brought up, I was thinking, you know what, I got to talk about this. So November had a great November. And I mentioned, I think it's Don comes in. He's like, I think he's on one of my packages. He's like, and it's been a rough December. Win a couple, lose a couple. I'm down. We're 10 games under for the month, which is not good. November, we were 31 games over, right? We're doing well. Plus, 2,100, you go 10 under, you're going to lose some games. And this is more of just I think we've talked about it before about betting just being a long sum game. It's not like you had a good week. Well, first 10 days of December, we're 6 games under, which isn't terrible, down a little bit. Then we, the next week, we go plus a game or two. Then we go down 4 games, whatever. So we're down a little bit for the month with college hoops. And it's reflected in the run we've had here in the video. And I always feel bad, and I say this, not just for somebody who buys a package, for me or anybody who sells picks, but just in the video. Because people come in the video, what's your lock of the day? I need something to bail out on. You can't bet like that. College hoops this month, not that good. We're 10 games under 500, which, over a course of 375 games, a minus 10 game run is not bad. You're going to have a couple up and down ones. Money management, right? Things aren't going right. All right, I'm still going to rate my numbers down and fire away. And even yesterday, like I talked about a couple games that I thought thought about adding in. We talked about Idaho and Elon in here. One's a loser, one's a push. The totals, I think, split. We talked about those. I said East Tennessee State, Hofstra, Merrimack was loser there, Georgia Southern. Again, those all split out for me, which makes perfect sense because that's the kind of month I'm having. And if you don't think as a bettor you're going to have a 500 run or a under 500 run, you're going to have that. Anyway, I just feel bad about having a losing streak, especially in a video when people come in and look for free picks thinking like, oh, this you're going to hit every game. And the numbers are on the board. We'll talk about them as we give our picks out for today. We'll talk about more about them. We'll get into today's picks, I guess, right now. Like, all right, so college football, 60-38 plus 2,000 in the video, which is nice. But are we going to sweep the board today? Irish under, Tennessee, Pitt under. Hopefully go 3-0. You know, I like these games. I got these games bet. You know, a lot of these bowl games are games of bet. And again, bowls for me, I've been 500 a little bowl run. Can't win them all. You're going to see people say that. Real people are actually going to lose a little bit. I just, like I say in here, someone comes in, they like something. I'm not betting. I don't want to talk you off it. You're ready to bet it. And obviously, I don't win them all. College basketball, 72-60 in the video here. We're up a little bit. Miami, -3, under the 144. Marist +6, Chicago State +12. I'm having a little bit of a losing month of college basketball. It happens. It happens. No one feels worse than me, especially when I get new people watching the show and you come in with a loser. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. NBA 2019 in the video, +135. We're taking the Heat today, +4. Hockey, 13-21 in the video, down $25. Kraken, -105. And the NFL, nothing, because it's Friday, 45-44, -760 in the video. And I've talked about it ad nauseum about picking games for video as opposed to the premium stuff, which is NFL, 112 and 65. And then you get comments like, well, how are you this record and this record? Well, I can't give out every single play that I bet in the chat. I try to give out a lot of them, but they are what they are. They are what they are. And speaking of football, so I was looking ahead to next week's lines. Next week's kind of tough. And I like to jump in ahead of time. I don't know what to do there. I was thinking about taking Washington. Little commies over Dallas. I can see Dallas just resting everybody, kind of banged up. Washington, I think, is a 4. Kansas City and the Bills are both playing double digits. Late double digits, even though they're playing for home field. It'd be tough pickings next week. Tough pickings. All right, so we covered all that stuff. Let's get into the chat real fast, and then I'm going to bring Tim in to talk, but I just want to say hello to everybody here real fast. Michael's here. Good morning. I didn't watch the Minnesota game. It really pissed me off. Not for refs, they would have covered that game when we saw. I didn't watch the game. I'm annoyed. Listen, I had Minnesota. And you have a good number, you have a bad number. It opened at 7, went to 10. Florida State yesterday. I had them at 2. I had them at 7. Should have won both. Maybe. Good numbers don't mean you always win. So it's tough watching those games. T-Money's in the house. Caught fire last night. I do mean fire. Let's keep going. T-Money. Who'd you have last night, T-Money? Did I write down your picks yesterday, T-Money? No, I wrote down Wilbur's picks yesterday. Q's +10 and the Pacers. I did not have a T-Money write down. Wesley's in the house. Good afternoon, my friend. Good to see you. Euclid and Pitt. I think I have the total here in the chat. Total's up in the chat here on the under. Actually, on the premium side of thing, I'll tell you, I got UCLA -5, but that's up to 8.5 now. Last I checked there. It's right before I jumped on here. T-Money's on Pitt money line in college basketball. In college ball, I'm guessing that's basketball, not football, against North Carolina. Warriors money line, Jazz money line, Suns money line tonight. So what better time when you bring up some NBA than we bring in a Mr. Giggity himself, Tim Earl, for some
Mr. What? I'm sorry.
right?
No, that was my past life. Jeez.
That's a good name.
I was giggity gaming back in the gaming days. That was fun for a while.
So we could talk to NBA with these picks here, but
Mm-hmm.
let's just roll. We'll roll into the second, but let's talk about the Birmingham game and your little ESPN photo. Do you have it? Is it? Can we bring it into do you have it saved here? Is it in the brand section? Can we bring up a picture of it or
It's
what?
not in the brand section, but one
Ah,
second.
all right. I know you got to save somewhere. Look how fast this is to come in.
Yeah. I got about 9-10 different notifications at halftime saying that I was on TV, so that was pretty cool. My girlfriend's right next to me, and
How
she
happy
was
she
pissed.
is.
Yeah. No. She was having fun all game long, and then the one time she sat down for a minute, and then they panned over. Apparently, this was after one of the big sacks that made fourth. Obviously, it's fourth down there, but one of the big sacks, and then they punted, but Coastal punted. But I was all excited, and Christina looks pissed.
Now you can see the camera puts about 20 pounds on you because next to me you look like a string bean. On here you look out here with the two sweatshirts on because it's 30 degrees.
And to be fair, it was about 36 degrees out. I had my a shirt, I had my sweatshirt, and then I had my jersey on top. So yeah, no, I did not look thin. But it was still a really fun game. Definitely a good experience, especially because we weren't able to go to the last year's bowl game because it got canceled. Definitely fun to be able to go to this one.
Excellent. Good memories for you. All right, so Team Money here's got Warrior, Jazz, Suns. I'm on the Heat over the Nuggets here. I thought about maybe Washington because Magic got a lot of guys out, but that's a spot where maybe the backups come in and have a good game. That's just a scratch-off game for me, especially for the Magic going forward. That's not something I want to play with them.
Yeah,
rotating suspensions.
I wanted nothing to do with that Magic game. Like normally I give out a play on the ball and out. I normally give out a play for each game. For that game, I really went no. Just nothing. No side, no total. It went from a Orlando being a 1.5 point fave to now a 5.5 point dog. I want nothing to do with it. If anything, at this number at 5.5, it's Magic or nothing. But I want absolutely nothing to do with that game. You already know I'm on the Warriors. 15-2 at home. Not to mention they've looked really good. They've won 3 straight games since coming home, and no Curry, no problem. They even smacked around Memphis a couple days on Christmas. So this is a Warriors team. You back them at home, you fade them on the road. They're at home. I'm riding them. The other 2 plays, I am on Denver today, but I'm following Denver 12-3 at home this year. They've been a very solid home team. They've won 8 out of their last 10, and they're healthy. They're playing some good basketball lately. Now Miami has won 2 straight, but now they're traveling across the country from Miami to Denver, which that's always a difficult kind of transition to make going from the East Coast to Denver. And whenever we see obviously Denver 12-3 at home, they have a solid home court advantage. So I'm going to back them. And then the other play I was really going after is another team that's really good at home, and that's the Pelicans. I got the Pelicans money line. They're 15-4 at home this year against a Sixers team. I almost said Flyers. A Sixers team that's 6-8 this year on the road. So I'm going to go ahead and back one of the better teams at home as well. So Pelicans, Nuggets, and Warriors are the 3 plays that I have that I gave out. I have 2 of them, 2 other ones on the site that I really like, but I have to do best bets with the Ball and Out show. So those are on the site.
Yeah, can't really go wrong. You're taking a 42-9 run at home teams there, and you basically got a dog, basically a pick 'em, a dog, and a minus a bucket or 2 there. So
yeah, those are just the spots that I really liked for today. A lot of the later games. I seem to do better with the Western Conference than the Eastern Conference. I tend to notice that.
Yeah, well, concentrate on that. That's the way to do it.
Oh, and I have one thing on this. He mentioned American. This is what we like to call us, and then our buddy on Twitter, Hazmat Suit. We like to call it the poopy play. Why is it a pick'em when it's a Lafayette that's 2-11 against an 8-3 American team? It's a pick'em.
That's why you take
Or
Lafayette, right?
yeah, I'm on Lafayette money line.
2-11.
That's that we call it the poopy play for a reason.
Yes.
Love it. Lafayette today, no American.
North Dakota. Where's North Dakota? Who are they playing? Or were they playing North Dakota State? Is this a little?
Yes, North Dakota State.
Basically, what's he got him here? It's a money line. Yeah, it's basically a 1. Rivalry game's tough. State got him twice last year, but this is obviously a different Bison team for sure because they are struggling. 1-9 ATS last 10. I guess go with the home team here, right? You got a little double revenge for last year's matchups. North Dakota not well at all. I could say okay to that one. But the American, we're going to like Lafayette. College football, Clemson, -6. Don't like that. Like a little Tennessee. Lakers over. No opinion on that total. Top play for the Miz here. Navy over 132. Where's Navy? Against Boston and Terriers, like the over 132. All right, I open to 131. I guess I could ride that one. Eastern Michigan over 140. Against South Carolina, getting 9. In Ohio, -12. The Bobcats. I like Chicago State here. And totals for me in college. Although I do have a couple totals today, but I don't really fancy them too much. Michael's coming in. I got the Dubs, a little Golden State at home. Yes, as Tim mentioned, Golden State home 14-2, 3 in a row. Pelicans, money line versus Sixers. Yes, Magic versus the Wizards. Magic one is the tricky one with all the suspensions. That'd be just the Magic. As much as we've had the Magic in here, Michael, that'd just be one I avoid for the next couple of days with all that nonsense.
I will say, one of the people in my chat mentioned today, they are going. They're not. They cannot obviously suspend all.
No, they're staggered.
At one time.
Yeah, they're staggered over the next couple of days.
They're staggered over the next couple of games because they have to have at least 8 active players.
Yeah, but I mean that's
tough.
Guys.
Very tough.
No. Wesley likes Miami. I'm with you on Miami. Atlanta against the Lakers. Well, we don't kind of avoid both of these teams. I'm not a big Hawk guy. Isn't it LeBron's birthday today or something? I'd watch out for that. He'll find a fountain of youth today. Pelicans at home, yes. Suns are not a team I want to be backing in any sense of the word, even though Toronto's kind of flailing all over. The Bulls against Detroit. Again, Detroit got guys out. Not looking to bet that kind of game. Milwaukee, I don't mind, I guess. We'll not bet that one. Warriors, yes. And the Kings over the Jazz. Okay, I don't mind that one too much either. Cleveland. Wesley likes Cleveland in college football. What am I missing here? I thought I knew who was playing today in college football. Is this supposed to be Clemson, maybe? I guess this is Clemson, right?
Clemson.
Can't put the M in there for Clemson for me? All right. I don't know. I'm on the other side of that one. Although I think they're better with this guy quarterbacking than the other kid. I don't know, man. Tennessee, to me, and I bet them today. And I hate pulling the trigger game days. I just think there's zero respect for that coach. And I think the players, okay, the quarterback's been hurt. Whatever. Okay, they're best receivers out. They still have good receivers. And the defenses are, I think, both suspect. And I don't know if Dabo's a super great coach. Okay, he's won a championship. Maybe that's more of the talent than him. Right? I mean, if that was the case, their starting quarterback won't be heading out to the Pac-12 to play football. T-Money. Biggest betting tip. Find your style. You can't copy someone else to be successful. Have to find when you're good straight bets. testers, live betting parlays, everyone's way to make win or lose. Yeah. Like I was going back to what I was saying earlier in my little rant there. Everybody's got different ways to do things, right? I'm not a big parlay guy, right? Best way to go 3-1s, put a 14 parlay in. And I guess I'm old school stubborn. I'd hate to just go 3-1 and not make money. That'd be extremely frustrating for me. And not that I haven't bet parlays in my life or teasers. I get it. I was just talking to Pounded Anthony. We were chatting. He's some teasers. I'm like, I can't. Teasers. They look so good. Forget about the parlay big payday. A teaser, you get teams teasing them up, getting big money, or a favorite to teasing down, and you're penciling it as a win, and then boom, it's a loser. You're like, what happened? I mean, I know guys. I mean, successful guys. You probably see them on TikToks or TV channels, stuff like this. They're not NFL side bettors. They're prop bettors. I know guys who straight up won't bet started games. They're more in-game kind of stuff. You have to adjust. That's why I say, right? If you're going to start betting, write your stuff down for a week. And people gave control a week. I'd say a month, but in this generation, 30 seconds, you're scrolling through timelines, whatever, and swiping right or whatever the hell, type TikTok, whatever. You gotta. It's, again, as I said, man, it is a long game. Document yourself. TJ Harvey, Alabama -3, Michigan +1. This got to be a teaser. TJ Harvey, not to be confused with PJ Harvey, the singer who sang Down by the Water. It's TJ Harvey in a tease. It's funny. You get Alabama, who gets their Heisman QB to come play a bowl game, and you got guys sitting out bowl games who are like fourth-round draft picks. Now, Alabama -3. I should have known when this line got down to Bama -3 that these guys were probably going to play. Obviously, I jump onto the big number of K-State on an opener, thinking guys aren't going to play. Unmotivated Bama team. Obviously, guys are playing. And let's be honest, you're getting a fully focused Bama team. This could maybe turn into a rout here. And that's somebody I got K-State at +5. All right. I got K-State at 3.5. Alabama. Again, and I might, and I bet these already. I got them on sites already. This could be a Alabama whipping 55-22. You're gonna know, and not that we're just talking about in-game, live betting, stuff like that. This is a spot right at kickoff. You're gonna know if this game's even gonna be remotely close. Because I'll be honest with you, the more I'm reading, I'm gonna have to buy off a lot of K-State here with this game with Alabama. And I hate coming back the other way after I make a bet. I'm not into hedging, right? We're not gardeners here. We're bettors. We're not into hedging and saving bets. And, middling's one thing. But to come totally around full circle, I think Bama feels disrespected. And the fact that all these guys who are, 2 of the top 5 picks in the NFL draft are coming to play this game. When you have teams with like 5th rounders not suiting up, like guys I'm going to go transfer from Coastal to, from the Sun Belt to the MAC, I'm going to sit out, right? And these guys are risking millions, guaranteed money. I don't know. And I think Michigan's a good play. This is fine, TJ Harvey. Ninja, Powerpuff Girls riding unicorns, narwhals. Sienna Quinney over. I have this at 130. I got the over here, Ninja. I like it. One of my rare college hoops totals I bet today. Best bets with team money. I bet a huge volume. I had hockey props that I took. Arizona down 3-2 live at almost +$3 to Colorado money line. Providence money line. I lost my first 2 games today, including Howard. Then I ran the book up after that. Well, if you're going to grab like the Coyotes as a huge dog, I get no team money. Like I say here, I'm not sitting around. This is why I don't love NBA. Sitting around waiting for updates of who's playing. Sitting around watching in games, watching a bunch of things. For me, I'm a 4:00 in the afternoon. I'm on to tomorrow's college basketball. Right? We have how many games I got tomorrow? Right? It's 80 college basketball. Like I'm already looking to the next day. As far as I'm concerned, I put my bets in last night, this morning. They're done. I should be undefeated. They're all winners. I'm not going to sit in here and try to live bet and win back my money. They should all win already. And not that you can't make money doing that, but I know people who lose a lot more money doing that because your typical bet because you like say Colorado or Providence, whatever team, and then it's like, well, I got them at -3 and now they're plus money. I think they'll make a comeback, and that's the way people think. That's the way they think. They're set in their ways. Oklahoma money line of football lost or would have been a shopping trip today. I mean, that Sooner game, and I was on Florida State. I thought Florida State was going to roll them. Norville, I mean, that's embarrassing. They couldn't beat a team with like a bunch of backup offensive linemen. You can't hold on to a lead there. You just play terrible. Yeah, I mean that's a frustrating loss for me, especially when I get a good number at a 2, 5, a 7. Ridiculous. Don, here we go. It's been rough, Ryan. Still run. And back. And I say this, and I've been saying this about NFL, right? College hoops start in November, and again, we had 200 something games. How many games we had? Bet. 57, 58% at that clip is insane. It's the same number. NFL, I keep saying I'm going to hit a rough patch, right? I do free pick videos with Lenny or Hannah or Allie. I'm like, I don't even like to say how good I'm doing in NFL because I just feel like I'm going to open my mouth and then I'm going to take that 2-8 day. It hasn't come. We got a couple 4-4s. What am I going to do? I'm 10 games under for the month of college basketball. It's not terrible. That's what game and a half a week. But we're not making anything right now. We got to get a little back. If you're not okay with a loss, don't be. Yeah, you can't get okay. If you get upset over loses, oh my goodness. Does it frustrate me when I have a little losing streak? Yeah, of course it does. Like I try to be as calm, right? It's like Gordon Gekko. We don't get emotional about money, right? You can't when you're betting a game. You have to bet and forget it. You can't sit and sulk and be like, no. I got to stick with my numbers. You have to stick with your numbers. Everybody, you can't, right? It's about betting on tilt like you're going off hinge. Like, I got to get it back. I got to get it back. I'm going to, and here's the thing about a little losing streak. Again, so we're 10 games under for the month, which isn't bad. But when you have like a 2-7 day, you're like, ay. Right? You don't want to have, 3-2, 2-4, 2-1, 2-0 day, 1-3, like those kind of things. You're not really feeling it. You get that, this is what I say about, I bet a lot of games and you come in, you lose a chunk like that 5, that's a, 2-7, that's 5 straight losers. That's a chunk to lose for some people's bankroll. Michigan, TCU. I like Michigan. Gregory. I like Michigan. I like the over there as well. Nick Hunt coming in South Carolina over to Irish today. I was super easy lock over Kentucky. Super easy lock. This is for tomorrow. I got to read. All right, so Nick Hunt. Saturday. Iowa. Not just an easy. A super easy lock. And they should. They got a better defense. They should win this game. What's the line? Can they win 3-0?
Damn it, we have Iowa money line on the site, dude. What are you doing? Unbelievable.
They did play Mexico City, so Denver altitude is overrated.
They played against the Spurs. Miami played against the Spurs in Mexico City.
Yeah, it's a little different. Spurs are a little different team. Little different team than the Denver Nuggets. Tim Donovan thinking, I don't know why, but I'll gladly take American. Please write American down for me. It's easiest play of the day. T-Money.
So are you jumping on Lafayette with me now, Higgs?
As soon as you read off the 8-2 versus 2-11, I was liking Lafayette with you there.
There you go.
Easiest play of the day. Easiest play of the day. And again, I write these down, and this is for 2 years I've been writing people's things down. Win or lose, I give you your credit. They win, you got it. They lose, I'm gonna ride you a little bit. Lock it in with the King is here. King D knows he's been here for a while. He knows I give you your due and I give you your rue when it's time. Marco's in the house. Hit the like button for me for my birthday tomorrow. Need to make some money today. I'm trying, Marcos. We got to get on track here. The video. We've had a couple of losers lately. I got to get on track. We have people just tuning in. Yeah, I lose some games. That's what we do. If you're betting, you lose a little bit. I'm sure you can find some cat who's claiming 90% winners, and then they'll disappear. They'll disappear after 4 days. Eric, what do you got here? Your over 10-point dogs are going nice for college football. Here you go, college football. Bowl games, favorites 18-11 straight up, but the dogs are 17-12 against the number, I believe. So not too shabby there. 10-point dogs getting it done, right? You had them yesterday. Sooners got it done. Syracuse got it done. They've been getting it done. Who else? North Carolina was a big dog. I thought that was a weird line. Why did that go from 10 to 14? I'm still trying to figure that one out.
I didn't know either. That was one of our favorite plays of the bowl game so far, and they almost pulled it off outright.
Like, where was I thought the quarterback wasn't playing, and I kept looking, like, it says he was playing, and the line kept going up. Like, Why did the line keep going up there?
Not a clue. It cashed, plus 13 cash.
I just did not understand that one. T-Money, shaking my head, American play. The line went in America's favor. We'll see tomorrow. Smiling or with pie on my face. We'll find out tomorrow with American. Taking all bowl games under. Yeah, Miz. I said this after I think the first week of bowl games. I think even for next year, these lines are going to come out. I'm going to bet every opener under the bowl game. I don't care how many games there are. I'll go under every one. I'll probably lose a few late with the better teams. But you're losing coordinators and coaches and quarterbacks, and coaches are out recruiting, trying to replace players that are leaving. And all these bowls the last 2 weeks, especially like this week and last week, we got a gaggle of bowls, right? They all kind of roll all together, and they're all done. Where's the continuity?
I will say, like, taking all the bowl games under, I think for March Madness and for next NFL season, I'm going to have a separate betting account, and the entire deal, the entire time, is going to be dogs in NFL, money line outright dogs, and then money line outright in every single college basketball game for March Madness, and see how it does by the end of the time. I think I'm going to be up money.
Well, the bowls you're probably going to come out ahead.
Not the bowl games. Not the bowl. I'm not worried about the bowl games.
Really?
NFL throughout the regular season, and then March Madness throughout the entire bracket. Those are the two ones that. And I mean, I could look at dogs in the bowl games too, but I think there's a lot of different variables that go into them because the lines flip constantly.
Yeah, well, that's why if you're taking all the dogs, you'll be probably better off making plus money in the bowl games because you hit a 10-point dog winner or 7, you get a couple of them, you'll be plus money because you're taking money lines, right? You're not taking points, you're taking all money lines.
Yeah, I'm going to take all money lines for all NFL season next year and all of March Madness.
Well, NFL, you'd be up this year for sure. We 100%. Know that dog. I mean, they've been cashing.
I'll do it again next year too.
Lock it in with the King. Comes in cash 6 units last night. Texas, Washington under. Yeah, nice winner. I had Washington plus 6. That's one of my favorite bowl games. Probably was my favorite bowl game. That and Florida at Florida State at 2 was a big one. To Fresno, we had money line plus 150. They went outright it went off as a fade.
Wait, when is Texas going to be back?
Aren't they back? They'll be back next year with.
I thought Texas was back.
Arch Manning. Marcos hitting the like buttons for my guy Tim. Appreciate it. Michael Buenas coming in. College hoops are taking Cal first half versus Washington. Yeah, I thought about taking both USC and UCLA today in these Washington State matchups. North Dakota State versus North Dakota. 5-1 straight up last 6 versus ND. Yeah, they are, but it's a different team though. I think they're 1-9 ATS last 10 overall. They're terrible. Desmond, where are we at today? Yes, Oklahoma. You were in the casino yesterday when you made that bet. What do you got going today? Here we go. New Fremont expanded FanDuel Sportsbook. Oh, FanDuel. As soon as you make 15 grand in their account, you're out. Here come the limiting. Just pay cash and get out of here. Don't give them your ID, Desmond. If you want to make money off of those guys. Their early lines are very beatable, but they'll nip you in the bud for sure. David Thim, how are you today? I'm all over Denver -4. The Heat just too inconsistent for me. Yeah, they have been. But I don't know if that's more because of guys haven't played. And I like the Heat today just because as bad as Miami has played, granted they've been playing better now lately. Right? Guys are healthy, they're playing. When I see games, whether it's Bucks, Celtics, or insert whoever, teams that are supposed to be championship caliber, right? Miami's still a good team in the East, right? They're up there with the Bucks and the Nets, like a team that's supposed to be a championship caliber team. I expect an A-game performance. I don't expect Denver to lay an egg. I don't expect Miami to lay an egg when they face each other, or the Bucks versus like the Nets, or Toronto versus the Nets. I'm expecting a competitive, down to the wire game. That's why I grabbed the Heat. Eric saying, just hope my college football squares hit for my New Year's 6 bowl games. We'll see. Team Money's coming in. Tennessee with their backup QB. Tennessee should lose by 10-14. Clemson 36-27 to win. Have you seen the Clemson offense? And they got guys out on defense. I'm not a Dabo guy. And their backup, last I checked, I think he's got some starting experience. I just think no one is giving Tennessee a chance here. They've all but written them off. I get it. I don't know. I'm buying into the coach as something in store here to get the points on the board. I'm getting a 6th spot. I'll take it. Clemson money line. Wesley going out on a limb here, taking -$2 here, 2-1 guys on money lines. I don't like laying 140s. King D, me and my guys got this Duke Mayo Bowl under right now. Here we go. In honor of Duke Mayo Bowl, I'm gonna go down to Kroger's or the Heb, HEB, whatever they call it down here. I'm gonna get some Duke's Mayo and eat it right out of the jar at halftime. How about that? I'll put that on. We'll do no.
I will say I have the game on my side monitor, and they went off to the crowd, and somebody took a jar of mayonnaise and just went with it.
I love it.
I'm like, oh God, no!
I can't.
A little bit of mayonnaise on a sandwich, fine.
I'm a Hellman's guy.
No.
I'm a Hellman's guy. I can't get into and Hellman's is expensive, man. It's like $5.99 a jar, and I eat a lot of tuna fish. It's tough. I can't. And if someone mentions Miracle Whip, they get blocked. I don't care who it is. Put the block on them for 5 minutes.
What's wrong with Miracle Whip?
Get out of here.
No, I'm kidding.
Goodbye. Miracle Whip. You come to my house with Miracle Whip.
I don't like mayonnaise to begin with.
Teasers, not testers, at an eye doctor appointment. Not for yourself. That's good. At least your eyes are good, T-Money. All right, Marco's coming in. College basketball stinks. Milwaukee 8-4, Oakland 2-11, Wisconsin, Milwaukee lose straight up. Monroe 4-9, Texas State 7-6, 550 money loser. Here's the thing: money line fave losers. What are you doing, Marcos? How you've been in here for at least a year? What are you taking money lines?
About Michigan, who lost to Central Michigan yesterday as a 16.5-point favorite.
Someone said that. I said, if I'm taking 21 points, I'm taking the little. Give me the little brother. Give me the little Mac versus the big school.
And they won outright as 1,600 dogs. Plus 1,600. A lot of crazy stuff happens in college basketball.
There you go. I'm not going to repeat this, but I get it. Just a 20 spot. Should ask for a number. Be like, I got some money. You want to go out to dinner? Texas State was 700 fave and lost straight up. Oh, only minus 700 on the money line? What are you betting those for? What are you betting money? Here you go. You read the shirt? Here, can you see the degenerate? Degenerate. That's what that is. You're taking money lines minus 700? Man, Marcos, what are you doing? It's 5 o'clock somewhere and I almost missed the class. Almost, Lex. We're still here. We're still here for a bit. Keeping it classy. You know how we roll. A lot of class, baby. Thanks for coming in, Lex. Dart thrower. These college basketball kids are so soft that they're getting paid. Take away the allure of betting on the sport because they are all about the nil. Yeah. Listen, do I think the kids should get paid? Yeah, I mean, come on. Throw them something. 80s, 90s, these guys can't even afford to eat for the weekend. But now, I mean, I like the fact that you're going to have maybe a junior or senior stay in school the next year because, especially quarterback. Why are you leaving? Like that dude on, who's that? Texas San Antonio or whoever. The guy's been there for 7 years. Stay. You're not getting drafted in the first round, second round. Stay for an extra year. Get paid. Some school's going to give you $500,000. Stay there. Invest your money. Get an education. You're a hero on campus. But the transfers is crushing. Oh, again, I'm having a 500 bowl season, and who knows? I run the table here. It's a nice, another 65, 70% run. But I'm definitely gonna have to adjust for next year. Definitely all unders for sure. Maryland, NC State, 0-3. I got the under here, NC State, I think. I got under 46 and a 46.5. Hopefully it hangs in there. Is McCollum in for Siena? I do not know. I got the over in Quinnipiac game, though. No one to get Clemson game. No one to get 30 points plus 360. I don't know about that. I think these defenses are a little suspect. Dan Alexander coming in here. Tease Tennessee 5 to 9.5. Miami College hoops. Money line against the Irish. Okay, I'm on Miami there. I like it. Warriors plus 2, 397 in a parlay. All right, hold on a second. Who are you teasing Tennessee with? You just can't just tease it by itself. Or did you buy points to 9 and then put the Hurricanes and Warriors in a parlay? Is that what happened here? Bowl games, college basketball. What more can a man ask for? Favorite time of the year? Yeah. Wings. I need some wings, though, King D. Well, blue cheese. Take that ranch. Get that guy out of the conversation. Blue cheese only for wings. Richard P. hitting the like button. I appreciate it, Rich. Good to see you, my friend. Earl Sports. Here we go. Nick's in the house. So is this Mary's bowl game your favorite? Yeah, it should be. But you know what my favorite name is? It's got to be the Bad Boys Mowers Bowl. Have you seen these lawnmowers? They're fabulous. I might get rid of my landscaper just to buy one of these lawnmowers. Hawkeyes. Yes, can't take Kentucky. Nobody is playing for Kentucky. I just can't take that under 30. I mean, this game could really be 10-0. I just feel bad. Some companies paying for this bowl game. Who's the sponsor here? Trans Perfect Music City Bowl. What is Trans Perfect? Is that a lender? Lafayette, yes, Lafayette over American. King D's laughing. Lane Elliott's in the house. Boss gave us half day for the holiday, so I'm heading home listening. I appreciate it. Listening. Thanks to the boss. Letting you out. Why not? New Year's. Although I don't understand with the big holidays for New Year's Day. I mean, it's amateur hour going out drinking on a Friday night or Saturday. It's a new year. Well, who cares? What happens? I mean, you got to get all your blood drained and refluid. You got to plug you're not off Monday after a weekend. It's a new week. We don't get off. Tim told us on ESB. For what's that? The Lafayette? Oh, the Lafayette game. Oh,
yeah. I mentioned the Lafayette game. Yep. I mentioned that at the end of the stream. Yep.
You know it, King. Got to get on track. I know. I got to get on track, Markel. I don't make excuses. What's my excuse? My excuse is that we win, we lose. There's no excuse. We're betting. If they all wanted to be, it would be stealing. It wouldn't be gambling. That's what we're doing here. I could come in and think, what am I trying to say here? I bet the games. I think they're going to win, right? I wouldn't bet them if I didn't think they were going to win. And when it comes to the free picks, I said this for 2 years. I don't just like to just throw a free pick in here, right? And I'm looking at like the amount of numbers we had up like last year for free picks in these sports, and just because I threw like everything out in the chat, I was like every game. I can't really do that because one, that's not fair to people buy, but I want the free picks to win, so they're never just a random game. I tell you that if I bet it, especially NBA, hockey, they're not my favorite sports to bet on. I think I'm strong. Baseball, NFL, college hoops, college football, those are my stronger sports. People are gonna say, "Oh, I'm great everywhere." Get the hell out of here, man. I gotta. I'm a little under. Um, what am I down for? I'm down 402 in college football betting this year, right? And this is all based on my record on the sites and at $100 flat pay. So that's what I kind of go on, not my individual wagers because they're just different. How do I rate those to you? I have more on, you don't have Dallas -6. You got Dallas -13. Or I get a different number. It is what it is. But like, if I have a little losing year in college football, which I'll probably, I could still win out on bowl games and make a little bit. But I know NFL's a winner, so I'm going to concentrate on that. Like you have to. I've never hit on all sports huge wins. Never. One's always going to be a little losing season because I'm losing a little bit in it, and then as I'm going to somewhere else. NBA is down here, but here comes college basketball. Here's baseball, so NBA is down here because baseball's every day, and it's a sport I love and I'm more into. Hitting everyone, it's rough. John Paul, Higgs, my guy, actually cares about his free picks. I hope to be paying customer. I hope so too. Listen, if you're not paying customer, John Paul, you come in and chat. You listen to what I say, make you some money. That's what it's about. Hope you learn a little bit. If you're newer to sports betting, I try to help. We win, we lose. Still return another day. You have to. But that is the problem, Rich, because people, they don't have the money to bet and they're just still betting. That's the problem. You have to have X amount and say, this is what I'm going to do. You're not going to throw in like a $25 27 leg parlay and make 42,000 and like, that's it, baby. We're retiring. I can do this. This is easy. No. I don't even know how true those little videos are. They're even real. Dave, good afternoon. How are you? NC State today. I like the under. Saturday. What Saturday games to talk about? All the bowl games? Well, I mean, you're not coming in tomorrow, Dave? You always come in. I mean, all right, listen. Iowa under. Listen, I bet K-State. I think Alabama. I think Alabama in the over. I think this game's 55-25. Something like that. We said Michigan in the over before. We said Georgia in the over in that game. Illinois, Mississippi. I don't know. I want to say. I want to lean towards a little Mississippi State here. I got no real opinion on that game. Tulane, right? I mean, USC. What's going on with their quarterback? Is he 100%? Although I'll tell you this LSU game, I want to take Purdue in the under here. Like this is a game a lot of people missing out. Coaches, players. Do I want to run to that game? Probably an under that 55. I like the Utes. I like the coach. And that's it. This is all the bowl games we got left. We're on. This is it. Wow. Lex Steele coming in. Pitt 12.5 and over 49.5. Who are the Panthers? This line. I'm sorry. Pitt line is 12? Or is this a teaser? It's got to be a teaser because this total is 49. The total was a 50. I mean, I got this total at 52. What is this? What is this total at? I got this total at a 57. What is this total at now? It's at 49? Holy cow. ND over. No, I don't like that over. I'm on the under in that game. Wyoming, Ohio over. Sure. Joe Milton over passing yards for Tennessee. Yes. Parfait 1340. This pit line has a 12.5 at 49.5. And UCLA was 5 the other day. The total was 57. What is happening here? Best bets team money. I took NC money line. If this was a bowl game, Oregon would win by 100. Put a bowl game with a lot of weird moving parts. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like this, I'm still confused over that 10-13. I thought the quarterback was out. Weird. Memphis. Tim, don't forget about plus $3 money line doggies baseball. Of course, we don't forget about money line doggies.
Yeah. Shoot, we're gonna have to fade the Mets a lot this year.
That'll be easy to do because there'll be a 79 and 86 team when Scherzer and Verlander get hurt. Did they sign Correa yet? Is that official? What are they doing with that deal?
No, that's been ongoing. Of they can't figure it out.
Listen, I mean, you want the guy. You can't give him 12 years. How do you give this guy 12 years if
he's not going to budge though? So
adios. Well, here you go. We'll give you 5.
We'll see how it goes.
30 million. You want 30 million? We'll go 4 years. See how you feel. Even if you get front loaded, we'll give you 50 million a year. You want to be the highest paid player in baseball for 4 years? Let's see if you hold up. That's what I think they got to do. If Cohen don't care about money, and this is any team, this could be the Yanks for all I care. It could be the Dodgers, the Cubs, the Giants. Here's 2 years, 100 million. Let's see if you can get through 2 years. Then we'll worry about it.
Correct.
You don't want 2 years? Go ahead. No, who's going to sign you?
You've already had 2 teams fail your physicals, so I don't know.
Thoughts on Pitt? Pitt CF money line against UCLA. Pitt college football money line. Listen, if this line Markel's 12.5 now, why do you take a shot on Pitt? I mean, nobody's giving them a shot. And teams that have had no shot, Syracuse, Oklahoma, teams, North Carolina, they've all been in it to the bitter end. So definitely a money line at 12.5. Higgs actually saw a stat in the NFL that if you took all money line dogs, you're down on the season. Really? Wow. That's interesting, Eric. I mean, and that's, again, I don't like to pat myself on the back because I feel like you start getting big on yourself. You start losing. The old gambling gods frown on it. But like I'm at almost 65% NFL. And I listen, I took faves. I got Dallas as a fave. I had them, -6. It went up. But if that's the case, man, I'm doing a good job and I don't have my breakdown in front of me of dogs to faves and stuff like that. But it just, again, it lends to you can't just blindly be a dog guy, a fave guy, an over guy, an under guy. You got to mix it up. You have to be good on not your gut plays, but how your numbers are and where I'm going to take this dog. I'm going to take this fave, this over, this under. Wow, that is interesting. Moneyline dogs, you're down for the season. And it was even more unbelievable about that, Eric, is that you look how so many teams are 500. So you'd think that would be a more than profitable thing this year. Bam Kamat's a joker. I like Bam. Team Money, Miami has lost their window. That teams get broken up last year. I've definitely been on that heat. Yeah, I'm hoping for one last hurrah here. I don't even need him to a big run. I'm looking for him for a win here, a cover. Team Money. I mean, it's a decent. I still think it's a decent squad. They could steal a win. Never. I can't, Miz. I can't. And I might be low key. People are like, oh, this guy comes in. He doesn't worry about it a lot. Listen, you can't. I don't get in here all pumped up about going a little bit like, nice win a week. There you go. Super. Let's move on. You can't. Winning or losing, you got to move on. This is every single day. Listen, the old days before a lot of you guys were probably even born, you'd have a break. It'd be like the baseball All-Star game. I want to, home run. Who's betting that crap? You'd have a couple days around the All-Star break. You don't have to worry about betting games. Occasionally, a random, if you didn't bet hockey that much or NBA, you had those random games. There was like 4 games or whatever. Now, forget about it. King D smiling at me. I only eat mayo and tuna or on a burger. There you go. I like mayo. No, I've never had Duke's mayo, John Paul. Never had Duke's mayo. And it's big down here. Mayo's not good on chicken cheesesteak. Listen, if you're having a chicken cheesesteak, now, why don't you have a little Frank's Red Hot? You need a little hot sauce on that cheesesteak. There you go. Crystal's my girl. I love it. Hellman's BLT. There you go. Nice Hellman's mayo. BLT. Nice. I need thick bacon, and I want a thick beefsteak tomato. I need a hearty. I don't like a little wimpy tomato. I need a thick one. Mayo on a Baconator from Wendy's. No complaints about that. Tennessee plus 4.5 your Orange Bowl. It's 4.5 now, huh? Again, this is a team I don't think anyone is giving any respect to right now. Wings and blue cheese for life. Yeah, about to go eat. You're getting me hungry with the wing talk. And again, we're closing in on 12. So the last few days we've been going late. They put a DJ for the game on lawnmowers. Yes, man. I love those lawnmowers. I tweeted at them, and they don't even respond to your tweet. So I'm a little negative to Bad Boy Mowers. They're not going to be a sponsor here. I've been doing dry December. Haven't felt better in months. Dry December. Dave, stop drinking, bro. Early NFL season, Moneyline Dogs were plus win, but as years gone on, it's flipped. That is so interesting considering, like, you look at some of the records of these NFL teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have so much parity. 4-11, 5-10, 3-12, 7-8, 4-11, 2-12, 7-8, 8-7, 7-8, 4-10, 8-6, 7-8, 6-9, 6-9, 6-9, 7-7, 6-9, 7-8, 7-8, 7-8, 7-8, 5-10, 9-6, and then you got your better teams that are your 12-4s. How aren't there more moneyline doggy winners? Crazy. Nice summer, Tennessee. Yeah, it's come down. Interesting. My strong sport is baseball. I love baseball. I love it too, man, because I can bet 10 games and I can have all dogs. I can win 3 of them and make money. And for most people, and I'm a better at heart. Okay, I'm a tout guy. I'm a handicap. Listen, I bet. Okay, I sell picks. It's something I started doing because it was fun. It was something I was already doing. Why not? But I'm a better at heart. I say that. I'm not some guy who's coming here like I'm an originator and I'm going to put a game up. It's going to change the world. Man, no, I'm a spoken wheel in sports betting. But I love baseball. And where the premise is you have to be awake and drink at midnight, I'm out. APAT. Seriously, right? That's fine when I'm like a teenager, like 20. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Even then, I was working at a restaurant, bro. I'm like, oh, I could work New Year's Eve and make $400 cash back in the night. Super. Sign me up. Nobody's great at it all. Exactly. Yeah. And I've run down my numbers. I told you I've had, I'm not going to do it now. We got 2 minutes left, but I'll do that tomorrow. We'll go through my last 12, 13 years on sites. The Ohio State Bobcats, yes. The Catholics, UCLA with the Vols. Totals have been going under. We're sick of the sides today. Yeah, unders have been cashing. And I'm going to race through these last comments here because we got to get out of here. NFL's second favorite for Markel. Yeah, hockey stuff. It's a teaser. Lexus was a teaser. Okay, I figured with that pit line. King D, exactly. Most people throwing out games sound like they don't are stepping on crap with no paperwork. Exactly. It is. I mean, come on. It's ridiculous. College ball. Yes, I got the Canes myself. Any under. Pitt is 8.5 now for college football, Markel says. In a few months, parlay, partay. Baseball, football, NBA, and NCAA. All three. Come on with your parlays. I know you love your parfaits, Lex. NFL Dogs ATS has been profitable. Money lines have not. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I just ran down those records. That's, weird. Guy eats straight mayo in the stands, more exciting game. Love that. Mayo. It's fabulous. Oh, get out of here. Get out. No. Peanut butter miracle whip. Yeah. That's all right. You can rant away, King D. Find a stat, I'll send you on Twitter. Yeah, that's interesting. Definitely send it to me, Eric. James is in the house, but I'm out of here, James. Channel doesn't allow donations. No donations on my channel. No donations. Listen, you joined for a week. You got the link, $30. You want me to donation? It's $30 for a week. I got to get my llama shirts. Buy a llama shirt. We get the llama sweatshirts. But we're out of here. Back on But I don't even know what tomorrow's. Saturday.